Okay, and welcome back to the Ghost Stories. It's been a little while. I've been quite busy with the launch of the new book, so apologies for that, but we're back. There's another ghost story for you. I forget which number this is, so I'm not going to bother with that. So anyway, here we go with another ghost story. And this time, I interviewed a chap called Pete. Now, Pete had lived in Bournemouth all his life. He was a carpenter. And he had a plan to buy a 4-bedroom property and renovate it, and the plan was to sell it on. So he did this. He bought a property and he did the necessary works which enabled him to go into the property and do the rest of the work at his leisure. The bathroom wasn't too bad, so he thought, well, I'll leave that and I'll carry on with the rest of the work in the house. As he worked in the house, he said he felt as though the house was watching him disapprovingly, but he felt like that for a little while, and then he put it to the back of his mind. He says, I'll carry on doing the work. Now, at the end of each day, he was quite grimy, he was tired, aches and pains, so he really liked relaxing in the bath. He'd actually like to read the newspaper and smoke a cigar in the bath, he said. So he was doing this one evening, and at the corner of his eye, he could see his bathrobe, which was hung on a hook on the back of the door, a bathroom door, slowly descending to the floor. And as he watched, the hook straightened out and dropped his bathrobe onto the floor. He thought really nothing of it. He thought it's dodgy hook, so forget it. Following night, however, the same thing happened again. And as he watched, the bathrobe and the hook straightened out, the bathrobe fell to the floor. So I thought, well, this is really weird. So after his bath, he examined the hook, could find nothing wrong with it. So he decided, I'll replace it anyway. I've got a smaller hook, so I'll replace it. And he slung the old hook into his toolbox, put the new hook on the little hook on the back of the bathroom door. And instead of hanging his bathrobe on there, he's put a small mirror up. And it was okay. Things were calming down. He had a couple of baths, nothing happened. So he thought it was all right. And then a couple of nights later, he was having a bath in his usual position with a newspaper and cigar. All of a sudden, the mirror shot across the room, smashed against the wall where the bath was, and all the pieces fell into the bath. All the broken glass fell into the bath. Luckily, he wasn't injured in any way, but he said to me, rather than make him afraid, it made him angry. He said, this is his property and nobody is going to move me out of it. Well, I can understand how he felt, but he was about to be put to the test. So it continued. He just left the hook there. He'd have his bath and everything. But what happened after the mirror incident was that every time he walked past the bathroom, he felt 2 hands in the back pushing him so severely that he stumbled forward, and this would happen every time he walked past the bathroom. Now, this was really unusual. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, his tools would go missing for a couple of days at a time. A drill, a screwdriver, a wrench, a spanners started disappearing, and he would find them a couple of days later in the bathroom. And he thought, well, what's going on? So he asked a friend, and who was into the ghosts and spirits, like a medium, if you like. He asked his friend what he should do. And he said, well, try placing the old hook back on the door and get a new mirror and put it on the wall, put it on the hook, and see if that helps. So that's what he did. And he bought a new mirror. He put the original hook back on the back of the door. He bought a little mirror, put it on the hook, and he said then things started to improve. He said the atmosphere changed completely. He said the only trade-off was that when he'd finished all the work, he decided to leave the bathroom alone, because he thought if he touched the bathroom, things would start happening again. So he left the bathroom. And I found out recently that the property had been sold, and he'd moved to a different part of Bournemouth, looking for a new property to sell, renovate and sell on. And I'm just wondering, have the new owners decorated the bathroom, and what's happening in there? I would love to find out, but I probably never will. But anyway, that is the ghost story, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and there will be many more to come. So until next time, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.